Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel for your stimulus check and stimulus package update. Now this is just some, this video ain't about the good news, the big news today. I'll have that later on. This is just, I'm going over the stimulus check update for Congress returns to session today. So this is some new articles that come straight from Congress. So let's read it and see what's going on. Now the latest stimulus talk ended in a stimulant when Congress and the House of Representatives both broke for their late summer recess without coming to an agreement on the next stimulus bill. Congress is set to return their session tomorrow, which is today, while the House is not expected to return to session until September the 14th, a week from today. Now, I'm pretty sure they'll pass the bill today, guys. I'm pretty sure they will. And if they do, he'll go straight to the House. I don't know if they'll call them in early or they'll wait till they come back to the 14th, but either way, if they pass it today and the House gets it next week, then Donald Trump will sign it into law within probably 24 to 48 hours. Then I'm looking, you should receive your check around the 21st, or give or take. We'll talk more about that, but let's see what happens, then I'll get you some more information on that. Now, there were, a few weeks ago, a few talks during the recess, and while they did not result in any firm agreements, some observers believe another stimulus deal is getting closer. Now, let's see. Let's take a look at where the latest stimulus bill left off and what still needs to happen for a new bill to be passed. Now, hopes for a quick resolution on the next stimulus bill were high coming into the last voting sessions. After all, both House and Congress and both parties were vocal in their support of another round of stimulus support. They also agreed for the most part on where support was needed the most. Now, what they mean is needed most is the stimulant, $1,200, a payment to American people, unemployment, and schools, and mortgage, rent, and all that stuff. So that's the most important thing. Yes, they do need to get this out now, not tomorrow, now. But we know it's not going to happen now. But let's hope they pass it today, and they can get working on this and get help America. Because American people is desperate, and they need this money. They need this help. Now, for example, both parties in the House of Congress openly supported another round of stimulus checks, extended unemployment benefits, small business relief, and other measures to support the economy. Now, however, was a wide gap in amount of support each of the line items should receive. Broadly speaking, the Republican-led Senate wants to keep the total relief spending in the next bill to around $1 trillion, while the Democrat-led House put forth the $3.4 trillion HEROES Act in May, now which was rejected outright by Senate. Now, the Senate proposed the $1 trillion HEROES Act during their last session, which many Democrats believed did not do enough to address the issues many Americans are currently facing. Now, and while Democrat leadership sought over $3 trillion in the HEROES Act proposal, they have since maintained they are willing to negotiate and have reduced their request by over $1 trillion from earlier proposals, but even $2 trillion is too rich for many of the more conservative Republicans. they talk this bull crap. They don't need to be talking this bull crap. They need to be getting this money out to the American people. You know, that's what I believe. Like I said in their video, I'll say it again every time I make a video, I'll say it. They need to be voted out of office. But right now, they need to get this money out to the people. The American people need this aid. They need this funding. They need this help. They're losing their homes. They can't even put food on the table. They're losing their cars. They can't even pay their electric bill, water bill. I mean, it's pitiful, y'all. Now, President Trump's presidential actions only provide limited and temporary support. Now, when it became that no bill would be agreed upon prior to August recess, President Trump took action and signed 3 presidential and executive order to provide more immediate relief. Now, these executive actions are designed to provide a $300 weekly unemployment benefit, a payroll tax holiday for those earning less than $100,000 per year, student loan relief, and eviction moratorium. Now, however, these are temporary measures at best, and lack a full weight of bills that can be drafted and voted into law by Congress. Now, for example, the weekly unemployment insurance benefits is funded by relocating FEMA than it would be if drafted into law. Now, individual states must apply to FEMA for access to the funds, and funds are limited, meaning it's possible the benefits may run out within a short period of time. The payroll tax holiday is not a tax cut, as President Trump originally desired. Instead, it's a payroll tax defragment. Unless the laws are rewritten, there will be a large tax bill due in just a few months' time because no laws were changed. Many employers are opting out of changing their payroll process at this time, meaning many people aren't even receiving the intended benefit. Now, these benefits are a start, but they are limited in scope and duration. Now, during the recess, there was some discussions of the Senate proposing a $500 billion skinny stimulus bill, which would be a pared down version of the $1 trillion HEALS Act. Now, that was rejected by the House during the last voting sessions. Now, it was widely believed that the next bill will focus on areas where the two parties already agree, such as funding for expanded unemployment benefits, PPP and small business loans, liability protections, education funding, and funding for coronavirus testing and vaccine, funding for the USPS. Now, however, the next bill leaves out a second stimulus check. This is despite the fact that both parties have vocally supported a second stimulus check in recent weeks, and President Trump has also called for another round of direct stimulus payments. Now, it is unknown whether or not a skinny bill would be passed, but based on the recent negotiations between the two major parties, it is not likely to happen. The Democrats are seeking to pass a larger bill to include another round of stimulus checks and more funding for state and local governments. Now, the reduced bill is moving in the opposite direction and may not gain enough support to be passed into law. But one thing is for certain, time is of the essence. The fiscal year ends September the 30th, which is always a busy time of year. And of course, this is an election year. Both parties have a lot to stake. Now, it's really simple. we know it's election time, right? Now they're coming together, and yes, there's going to be a stimulus check. I'm not going to say. I'm thinking if they pass this today or tomorrow, and everything goes right, then it's got to be right on time. It's got to be everything's got to be exact right. If they do it, you might receive it in your account around the 21st or later, or maybe it all depends. Like I said, we'll get to that later. I'll see what happens today, and I'll make another video, but I'm pretty sure they'll pass it, so we'll see what happens. Now, it says, the second stimulus check, is the second stimulus check dead? The stimulus check may be excluded from the next relief proposal, but it won't be. Now, a second stimulus check is still likely. Here's why. Now, the second stimulus check bill update. What's the holdup? The holdup was Nancy Pelosi. So, that's common sense. And something else, guys. I just want to say this right quick. A lot of people's been asking, like there was a rumor a while back stating if you was on SSI, Social Security, SSDI, veterans, all that stuff, that you wouldn't be getting a stimulus check. That's not true. If they pass this, you will be getting a stimulus check. If you got one the last time, you'll get one this time. So that's nothing to be, don't worry about it, okay? You will get one. I promise you, you will get one. If you got it last time, you'll get this time. Now, for the people that didn't get it, the first round, the IRS hired 5,000 workers to send these checks out. So they started a couple of days ago. So some people might be already getting them, but you will get it the first round if you didn't get it. But now if they took it out for child support, I think they're backing up and giving it back. I'm not exactly for sure, but I'll update you on that I'll update you to let you know, because I'm on research on that some more. But the reason I'm saying that, because that is what they mentioned, that they was going to give it back the first round if they took it out. So we'll see if they do, and I hope and pray they do, because people, they need that money. I guess that's all for now, guys, but I'll make another one later. I'm hoping that something happens. I hope something great happens today, and I got a good feeling it will. But guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up, share the videos. Listen, guys, I love you. We will get out of this mess. I know it's a dark time for everybody, but we will make it, okay? We will make it. I love you guys. Peace out.